Good morning. My name is Janna Bass with Sampson Community College, and each month I am excited to chat with a guest from the community college as they share their insight and their area of focus. So today I'm really excited to have the director of the Small Business Center, Amanda Bradshaw, with me, and just sharing us your journey at SCC and what your role is within the community college. So Amanda, thank you for being here.
Thanks, Janna, for asking me.
Absolutely.
This is a great afternoon and a great opportunity to share about the Small Business Center. So a lot of times in the conversation or in ads in the paper or on the radio, you may hear us say SBC, and a lot of folks say, what does SBC stand for? And it stands for Small Business Center at Sampson Community College. And a lot of folks get us mixed up with the SBA. Two totally different places, two totally different organizations, but we do partner together on some things. SBA is Small Business Administration, and that's based out of Wilmington and Raleigh and some of your bigger cities. And we're the folks that focus specifically on the smaller cities, and the folks that focus on the small businesses within those cities.
Great.
And we're happy to serve and let our house and our home be out of Sampson Community College.
Well, great. Well, before we dive into some of the seminars that you offer and some of the other activities that you do within the Small Business Center, share with us how long you've been with the community college and within your role.
So a few years back, I owned my own business, because that's one of the qualifications that you have to have in order to become a director of the Small Business Center. With our family farm, we've always had businesses running, plus I had my own business, and my husband and I did some rental property and some property that we bought and sold some houses, a little bit in real estate, and dabbled in that before 2008. And once all of that happened, I said, well, gotta go get a real job now. So I stepped out and started working with Cooperative Extension and loved working with the people of Sampson County. That's where I really got to know who the folks were here at Sampson County and how great they are. It really is a great community, supportive community. I have to say that in all areas that I've worked in across the board. And when I saw this position come open, what year are we in now? 2016, I started in 2014. So I've been with Sampson Community College a little over almost a year and a half now, and have enjoyed this adventure so far, and looking forward to a lot of great years to come. I feel like now that I've been into this a year and a half, I've got my feet on the ground now, and I can kind of swim in different directions and do a few different things. So we've got a lot of great things coming up for the fall and for the spring semester.
Well, I know you're doing a lot of great things too, so we appreciate that for the community college, but then really the community, because you really are working with these business owners one-on-one and helping them in a variety of ways. So share with us an overview of the Small Business Center, and what are some of the the counseling opportunities or the seminars. You have so many things going on. Just share with us what you do. Okay,
great. We serve the community in two major capacities. The first one is through our no-cost seminars, or free. We always have that conversation about what's the best way to word that. Well, free at the end of the day is free, and that's always a good word to have. So those seminars come to you throughout the year, and we normally host between 55 and 60 of those throughout the year, depending upon what the needs are in the community. Second question I get about that is, well, what exactly do you do seminars on? That depends on what the needs are for the small business owners. So sometimes that may mean that we do seminars on specifically marketing. And like tonight, the one that we're doing today and the one that we're focusing on over the next few weeks in a series is going to be your internet presence and that type of marketing for small business owners. It can also be bookkeeping. It could be budgeting. It could be exactly how to start a business. What licenses do I need? Who do I need to talk to? Should I be talking to the bank? Should I be getting my own capital funds? So we kind of go through, as I like to tell folks, and we do business 101 very quickly for those folks that come in the door and don't have that business background. And we help those folks that are looking to start a business and those businesses that are already existing, because that's two different audiences that have two different sets of needs. That's one way that we serve the community. The way that kind of couples with that or partners with that and works well with it is our one-on-one confidential counseling. And that is where you really get to know people. We get down to the nitty-gritty of things, and as I tell people whenever they come in, I show them the table and I said, this is the tell it like it is table. I need you to be very honest with me about what challenges we're facing or what you're looking to do with your business. I need to know what you know so that I have the whole picture and I'm able to help you the best way possible.
Absolutely.
Does that always mean that we have 110% of the correct answer? No, because I wish every business was an out of a box and you add water and ABC, it pops up and it's wonderful and life is cozy and everybody's warm and fuzzy on the inside. And a lot of times it's not that way. To get to that warm and fuzzy or to get to that success rate that you're looking to get to, a lot of times it's different various steps for different businesses. So that's part of that honest conversation that we have to have about what we're doing.
Absolutely. And if I'm looking to start a business or I already have a business and I just need some guidance or some help, how do I contact you and get involved with the Small Business Center?
Yep, different ways to contact us. The first way, I always recommend folks to check out our website, sampsoncc.edu. Great website. We've just had a renovation of that a few months back, so I encourage you to check that out. We are actually under the Continuing Ed tab. So if you'll look at the top right-hand corner, you'll see that Continuing Ed tab. When you click on that tab, you'll see us down at the bottom of the page towards the right side of the page. And you can click there and see all of our upcoming seminars. You can see more contact information about us. Another great way to contact me is via email. I answer an email. I may not be in my office all the time because I'm out with clients, but I'm constantly checking email. So that's probably the number 2 way to get up with us. And that email is jbradshaw@sampsoncc.edu. That again is jbradshaw@sampsoncc.edu. You can also check us out on Facebook. I try to keep a lot of content loaded on Facebook and different things that may apply to business owners no matter where they are in their journey. And our address for there is SCC Small Business Center is how we're listed there, and you can check us out there. And one last way, folks say, well, can I just call? Absolutely. We love to have you just call. That's great. I love to carry on conversations with folks on the phone. And our number there at the office is 910-592-8081. And that extension directly to me is 2032. And even if you can't remember the extension, if you just ask for Amanda Bradshaw, because there are 2 of us on campus. There's another Amanda too, so make sure you ask for Amanda Bradshaw. And they'll get you straight to me, and we'll start getting your questions answered. I do have folks ask me, can I just pop in? I don't recommend just popping in because there are a lot of days that I'm there, but there's also a lot of days whenever I'm out and about in the community with business owners, and I really would like to see you. So I don't want to miss that visit with you and don't want to miss that time with you. So if you could just call and schedule an appointment, that works great that way. That way I can block out enough time to really get to know you and get to know your needs.
Absolutely. And we'll say that contact information again before we close, because I definitely want to make sure everybody knows how to reach you because you are a great resource. But going back to the Small Business Center, you service Sampson County small businesses. Is it Sampson County businesses alone, or if I'm in, technically Rose Hill, how does that work?
Well, that works, depends on what the situation is. Let me answer it that way. Depends on what the situation is. So I am one of 58 Small Business Center directors across the state. This brings a great amount of knowledge base because I'll be the first to tell you, I don't know everything about business. And it's tough for anyone to know everything about business because things change so quickly within the markets each day. So there are 57 others of me out there. And so whenever we have questions that I don't know the answer to, I can depend and rely on those folks to get those answers, because there's folks out there that have been in this business 25 and 30 years. And the amount of knowledge they have, even if I could just take a little tiny bottle and fill it full, it still wouldn't even be an eighth of what they know. So we depend on those folks. And that's why I kind of answer that question that way. We do primarily focus on Sampson County just because of the demographics that we're working with here and the needs that are within our county. Do we service people from other counties? Absolutely, we do. An example of that would be I have a young lady that she lives in Goldsboro, but she works here in Clinton. So this is just more convenient for her to come to during her lunch hour and us do our counseling sessions, or for her to do before she goes into work in the morning time. Right. But at the same time, if it's just easier for her some days to meet in Goldsboro, then I'll tag her off and pass her off to the folks in Goldsboro, and they'll help her out there too. So it's a working partnership, but yes, we primarily focus on Sampson County.
And are there any credentials that one needs to have in order to call you.
No.
So just come and chat and
Yep. I
see
would,
how you can be of service.
I would dare say that probably 90 to 95% of the folks that I meet have never had any true professional education with a business background. It's sometimes they have English backgrounds, sometimes they just have a great idea and they want to know how to get that up and going. So no, there's no real credentialing that's necessary there, just an idea, and also an open mind in this process. I think that's one of the things I do require whenever folks come in, because your idea may be great, but it might not quite be the time for our community to accept that idea at this point. It may be that we need to wait 2 years before we do this, or do some research and get our homework underway and make sure all that's tidied up. So anyone's welcome to come in the door. Absolutely.
Great. Well, before we close, is there anything new and exciting coming up with the Small Business Center that you would like to share, or put a bug in someone's ear, or do you want them to just contact you? And
I'm trying to think of some great things that we have coming up. We're just getting ready.
Seminars.
Yep, we're just getting ready to start our series on helping small business owners have that internet presence.
Okay.
I meet a lot of small businesses in this area that don't want to tackle a website because they feel like they're overwhelmed with it, and they have this this assumption, and it's the wrong assumption. Let me just say that, or it's an incorrect assumption, that websites are very expensive, and they're not. They can be affordable. Now, don't get me wrong; they can be pricey.
They can be, yes.
They can be pricey, but to get you on the map and to get you at least with a web presence, they can be affordable if you save your pennies and put your dollars away. So we're going to go through and kind of outline what the options are for a small business to be able to have that internet presence. Sometimes it is a website. Sometimes it's through Instagram. Sometimes it is through Facebook. Sometimes it's through Etsy. It just depends on your type of business and what fits. There's no cookie cutter approach to this. Let me just say that. So that's a great one that we have, and that starts tonight. This is Tuesday, April the 5th, and it's going to be for the next 4 consecutive Tuesdays from 6 until 8:30, and I'm so excited because we have Sarah Gaylor, who's the owner and operator of Millie Media. She's coming in from Goldsboro, and this is what she does for a living. I mean, so you're getting great content.
Absolutely.
That's coming straight from her, because this is what she preaches and sells to her current clients and customers that she works with every day. So the content's going to be great. That's one great thing that we have coming up. Another great thing that we do every month on the first Wednesday of each month is B2B Open Meet, and we do it every month except for the summer months. So June and July, we're going to take a break from those and kind of let everybody go to the beach and enjoy and have a great summer. But we do it 9 to 10 a.m. The first Wednesday of each month. And this is a great initiative that we started almost a year ago. We're almost a year into this now. And this is where we have business owners that come in and they give us a short 6-minute presentation. They talk about who they are, what their product or service is that they offer to the community. And then they give us a challenge. And I tell you, I've been really amazed. All the challenges have been so different. And I really thought coming into this that the challenges would be somewhat similar. They've not been. And then out in the audience are panel members, and some of them are small business owners themselves. Some of them are bankers. Some of them are accountants. Some of them are other business professionals from across the community. And they come in and they give 20 minutes of feedback back to that person about, and it's constructive, it's safe, it's a great environment, because it really is a great example of peer-to-peer support. And in that room, when we're all together, no matter where we are, if we're downtown hosting that event or if we're at the school hosting that event, we're all on Team Small Business. So that's a great event.
Great. Well, as we close, thank you so much for being here. Share with us your contact information one more time, and then if you have, just a quick word of wisdom, please share with those small business owners that that need a little encouragement today.
Yep. So contact information, one more time, you can get me at jbradshaw@sampsoncc.edu. That's my direct email to me. And then our direct phone number is 592-8081, and that's extension 2032. And you can always check out our website to learn about us and any other opportunities that we have at Sampson, sampsoncc.edu. And don't forget, we're under the Continuing Ed tab. So words of wisdom, I would say one of the biggest words of wisdom is if you've got a business idea, go ahead and start thinking how you can start that on a small scale. A lot of folks come in and they're ready to start it on the great big grand scale and think they have to have brick and mortar and a door to open, to put the open sign in, to call it an official business. And so if you start out small, you're building your customer base. You're already starting to build that customer base, and then that store may come 4 or 5 years later.
Proof of concept.
That's right, proof of concept, and the ability that this is going to work, people are going to accept this, and without you losing a lot of money in this.
Absolutely. Amanda, it's been a pleasure speaking with you today. Thank you for sharing with us on behalf of the Small Business Center.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.